You ever come across a word you've never ever seen before, but somehow you just get it? You instantly understand the story it's trying to tell. It's wild how language can cram a whole narrative into just a couple of syllables. Well, today we're going to do just that. We're going on a little linguistic adventure to unpack one of those words. All right, let's get into it. So our investigation kicks off with just one single mysterious word. You're not going to find this thing in any dictionary, but trust me, it is absolutely loaded with meaning. Think of us as word detectives for the next few minutes, breaking it down piece by piece to find the powerful character, the archetype that's hidden right inside. And here it is, Runtronaut. Just take a second and look at it. It feels kind of familiar, right? But it's also brand new. It's obviously a combination, a mashup of two very, very different ideas. So before we tear this thing apart together, what's your first impression? What's your gut reaction? What kind of person or what kind of story pops into your head when you see Runtronaut? Go ahead and lock that idea in, because we're about to see just how close you were. Okay, like any good mystery, you've got to start by looking at the clues. And our first clue is right there at the beginning of the word runt. So let's start there, on the ground floor. The dictionary definition is pretty cut and dry, right? A runt is the smallest, the weakest. It immediately establishes this sense of disadvantage, of starting the race from way, way behind the starting line. But a word is never just its definition, is it? The real power here, the juice, is in the emotional baggage it carries. Runt means being underestimated, totally overlooked. But it also hints at something else. It hints at a scrappy survivor, someone who has to fight for every single inch. It's the little seed of hidden potential, a classic story of humble beginnings. Okay, so we've got our grounded, underestimated start. Now let's shift gears and look at the second part of the word and see how this thing builds, because it's time to lift our eyes up to the stars. That suffix, drawnot, it's all about exploration. It actually comes from the Greek word for sailor, nautis. We tack it onto words to mean a voyager, a traveler, heading into some huge unknown place. I mean, think about it. Astronaut is literally a star sailor. It's a suffix that's just dripping with aspiration and adventure. And just like that, the entire tone shifts, doesn't it? This part of the word brings up these images of pioneers, dreamers, explorers who are pushing the boundaries of what's even possible. It's about chasing new horizons and just bravely diving into the great unknown. I mean, could you get a bigger contrast with runt? I don't think so. All right, so we've looked at the two halves by themselves. One is grounded in struggle, the other is soaring with ambition. So now, the fun part. Let's see what happens when we forge them together. This is where the magic happens. On one side, you have the runt, doubted, overlooked, representing those small beginnings. On the other side, you have the transronaut, aspiring, pioneering, representing these vast, endless possibilities. The word runtronaut literally forces these two opposing ideas into a single identity. It's a complete paradox. And it's that tension right there that gives it all its power. And so, here we are. We've arrived at our definition. The Runtronaut is an underdog who is destined to explore the furthest reaches of their own potential. This is someone who starts from a place of real disadvantage, but has the soul of an explorer, this burning desire to go way beyond the limits everyone else has set for them. And just like that, in one single, made-up word, a whole character archetype is born, the underdog explorer. We get it instantly. We know their struggle, and we can already picture their triumph. I mean, that is the incredible efficiency of a perfectly crafted word. So, we've defined the Runtronaut. We've cracked the code. But why is this idea so compelling? Why are we so drawn to this specific kind of hero? It's a universal human thing, isn't it? I mean, from David and Goliath to your favorite sports team making some impossible comeback, we seem to be hardwired to root for the one who's not supposed to win. The Runtronaut just plugs directly into that instinct. And the reason why is both simple and, well, pretty profound. We see ourselves in their struggle, their determination. It's inspiring, because if they can keep going against all odds, then hey, maybe we can too. And their victory? It feels so much sweeter because it was earned, not just handed to them. And maybe most importantly, they become a symbol for our own untapped potential, that belief that we too can overcome our circumstances and surprise everyone. So ultimately, that's the story a Runtronaut tells. It's this perfect, compact little narrative about the journey from being completely overlooked to becoming an explorer of your own destiny. It is the story of potential, fully and brilliantly realized against every single odd. So I'll leave you with this thought. We all have a part of us that feels a little underestimated, and we all have a part that dreams of exploring new horizons. The Runtronaut lives in all of us. So the only real question is, what part of you is ready for liftoff?